Good morning, everybody. A little bit of a hangover Monday today. Yeah, first loss of the season, blowing a big lead at home to the Tennessee Titans. It's not cool right now for the Seahawks fans. So I I have a lot to talk about this week. There's a lot of stuff that went wrong on Sunday. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be addressed. A lot of things that we need to be better at. But when I was thinking about how to start, what I was going to do for the Monday morning video, I think I'm going to start here with one particular thing about this game that really just irritated me. That really just kind of set me off. This is one of the things that, if anything in that game made me angry, it was this. Because some of the other stuff that didn't go well against the Titans, I can kind of sort of, I mean, it's still not okay, but I can kind of sort of come up with reasonable excuses for it. Like the stuff with the offense. Yeah, it made me furious to see the offense look like that, but I also know that we have a young offensive coordinator who is new in the game. It's something that is going to happen at some point. It's really unfortunate it happened in that game, but I know he needs to learn. I know he's going to get better. The discipline drives me insane, of course, but to a certain extent, I can understand that they changed the rules this offseason and some of these players need time to adjust. And I will grant you that the DJ Reed taunting foul was very weak. I think the Gabe Jackson one was pretty weak too. So I'm frustrated that the players didn't adjust before the season started, but I also understand that these are things they have been doing their whole lives and they're just now being told it's not okay. All right, I can kind of sort of see to where some of this stuff, it's just part of a football team coming together over the course of a season. But there is one aspect that I want to talk about in this video that there is no excuse for and absolutely drives me crazy just thinking about it. And it is our game management at the end of the fourth quarter. Okay, so what you see on your screen right now are plays in the Seahawks Titans game yesterday. Specifically, they are the final 10 plays of the Titans' final touchdown drive at the end of the fourth quarter. And I wanted to really focus in on these 10 specific plays, and I'll explain why in a minute here, but I've circled the relevant points here. So the section of plays that I'm covering starts with 3:06 in the fourth quarter, so just over 3 minutes left. Titans need to go 54 yards to score a touchdown to tie the game. They have all three timeouts, so time is not a factor for them whatsoever, and we're up 7, so it's touchdown to tie basically. So the plays go, and these are the final 10 plays of this drive. Tannehill, pass, short middle, Derrick Henry, 4 yards. Okay. Next play, about 24 seconds later, Ryan Tannehill, pass, short middle to McNichols for 9 yards. First down, cross midfield. Now there's a little less than 2.5 minutes left. And then they run a quick little, I think it was a draw to McNichols for 3 yards. Next play, with 1 second left before the 2-minute warning, Ryan Tannehill, pass short middle to McNichols for 12 yards. And then we hit the 2-minute warning. Derrick Henry left guard for 8 yards. Derrick Henry right guard for 4 yards. Another first down. They're down to the 14. Next play, there's 1 minute left and 6 seconds. 1 minute, 6 seconds left in this game. Ryan Tannehill, pass short middle to Henry for 4 yards. Second down and 6 from the 10 with 42 seconds left. Ryan Tannehill, pass short middle, McNichols, 5 yards. First and goal at the 5. Now at this point, Tennessee takes a timeout. And then the next play, they run it in for a touchdown that gets overturned. They rule him down at the 1. And with 32 seconds left, the Titans use their second timeout, and then they run it in on first and goal from the 1-yard line on the next play. And I'm sorry, the previous play was actually 3rd and 1, not first and goal yet, but same effect. So what did you notice about those 10 plays? And you should have noticed it pretty easily because I circled the relevant points. 5 of these 10 plays were pass short middle, and all of them gained anywhere from 4 yards to 12 yards. On these 5 plays, the Titans gained, let's see here, 25 plus 34 yards. They gained 34 yards. So 34 of their 54 yards were gained via pass, short, middle. That's most of their yards on that drive, and they ran that play on half of their plays. So I want to go a little deeper into it because I know just saying that is not necessarily going to be enough. So I'm going to zoom out here. So here is the first check down to McNichols, I think. So this is the second play that I showed in that chart. So the Titans have the ball at midfield, and I'm going to show this play in two parts, basically, just so you guys can get an idea of what we're looking at here. So all this play is the quarterback's in shotgun. He takes the snap, he drops back, holds the ball for about 2 seconds, and the running back who was flanking him just runs into the middle of the field, basically just runs 10 yards, not even, from where he was standing, straight forward, and then he turns around, and Ryan Tannehill gets him the ball, and it's the easiest throw of Tannehill's life, and it's the easiest catch of the running back's life, whoever it was, McNichols or Henry. On this play, it's McNichols. But you can see Tannehill has already thrown the ball. I think the ball's like right here. I know it's a little fuzzy, but I think the ball's right around the 50 here. And you can see that no defender is within 5 yards of McNichols. The closest defender is Bobby Wagner, who's all the way back here. He has no opportunity to impact the play. And if you go back to the previous image, you can see that there's really nothing going on here. There's no defender who's supposed to be here, and it's not because we're sending a blitz. It's because we're playing players back in coverage. If you look here, you can see we sent 4 players to rush the passer, and we have 5 players kind of protecting the 10 to 15 yard zone back here, and the safeties are back. So we're basically conceding the middle. Okay, so this is the second of the 5 plays that I was talking about. I believe this is the third. So this is the next play after the one I just showed, and you can see the exact same thing, except this time McNichols has about 10 yards of room. Tannehill has already released the ball. The ball is right here. McNichols is going to catch it in literally 0.1 seconds from now. It's the easiest throw of Tannehill's life. Easy catch. Just pitch and catch. Nothing to it. The pass rush is 4 guys, so it's not like we sent the house. We sent 4 players on the pass rush, and everyone's just playing back. Bobby Wagner is literally about 10 yards away from McNichols, and he is the closest defender when McNichols makes this catch. So we are basically just giving that play away for free. And the final still image, same thing, same play. The running back is allowed to be wide open in the middle of the field, just a few yards in front of the line of scrimmage. Here he's like 4 yards in front of the line of scrimmage. And it's an easy throw for Tannehill. It's an easy catch. There's nothing to it. Now on this play, we actually do have a couple of guys who are somewhat close, but not anywhere near close enough to affect the play. The ball is right here, so it's almost to McNichols. And Jamal Adams is a good 2 or 3 yards away. And the only reason why they're closer is because we're close to the goal line now, so you don't have to drop your safeties 20 yards back. But the point remains the same. We are giving this play for free to the Titans offense. All they have to do is execute it. Okay. Now that we've gone over all that, I'll go back to the play chart here real quick. Someone explain to me the logic behind giving that for free. Because you know the situation. There are 3 minutes left. The Titans are down 7 points. And they have all 3 timeouts. And they only need 54 yards to get a touchdown. So there is no risk whatsoever of the Titans running out of time. They will never run out of time because they have complete control over the clock. They have 3 timeouts and 3+ minutes with 54 yards to go. So giving them checkdowns is not something that's going to eventually make them run out of time or even put them in a bad situation where maybe there are 5 seconds left and they have 15 yards to go for a touchdown. That's never going to happen unless they're literally just running fullback dives for 3 minutes. It will never happen. Time is not on your side here. So as I showed in those images, and you can go back and look at the images in the video if you need to, we are not trying to stop that play. We are giving them that play. If you look at where the defense is, if you look at the way we're playing defense, we are basically saying we want to take away the stuff down the field, and we, in exchange, will just let you have easy completions. The only way that play does not go well for the Titans, that pass short middle, is if the running back drops it, the quarterback misses the throw, or an offensive lineman completely blows his assignment and somehow gives up a sack in about a second and a half. And even if that happens, it's honestly not even that big of a deal, because if we're giving them that play for free every single time, they can mess it up once or even twice and still get the first down, because they have 4 tries at it, because it's 4 down territory. So even if McNichols or Henry drops a pass, and it's unlikely they're going to drop a pass because these are such easy passes, it's fine. They can still get that first down in another couple plays. So the amount of things that have to go wrong for the Titans to not be able to move down the field easily are insane. And as a NFL defense, you should never depend on that. So what are the possible good outcomes of giving up that check down on every play? Because it was there every time the Titans dropped back to pass on this drive. Every time they didn't hit this play, they were handing it off to the running back, I think. They either were handing it off to the running back or they were checking it down to the running back. That's all they did on the last 3 minutes of this drive. So the only good outcome is that the Titans get the ball to the goal line and then you stop them before they can score a touchdown. Yeah, you're going to stop Derrick Henry with 4 opportunities at the goal line. Give me a break. That cannot be the game plan here. That cannot be your expected outcome where you feel like you're going to have an advantage. Stop. So, all that said, I ask, what if you played a more aggressive defense that tried to take away that check down? What if you had, say, on this play, what if Bobby Wagner isn't back here? What if he's actually up there aggressively defending the running back? What if he's actually shadowing the running back coming out of the backfield and is in a position to maybe defend the pass? Okay, maybe Tannehill has to look down the field to make a play, try to find an open receiver 10 to 15 yards down the field. And you're giving up some stuff back there because you're playing your middle linebacker closer to the line of scrimmage, but you're also forcing him to complete a more difficult throw. And by the way, you're also forcing him to throw passes to maybe A.J. Brown, a guy who has done nothing but drop passes the whole game long. So that sounds like a winning proposition to me. And you're also giving him an opportunity to make a bad pass. Maybe you can even get an interception like that. You're also forcing him to maybe throw incomplete passes because the passes are more hard to complete, meaning that meaning that you stop the clock, which is to your advantage at this point because you're actually trying to save time. Again, maybe he turns it over. Maybe they end up turning it over on downs because they end up having to take intermediate to deep shots down the field because you're covering the short stuff. Maybe it doesn't work out for them. I mean, this is going to work out for them every time. Look at this play. Look at what I have on screen right now. How can they mess this up? He's open by 5 yards. Tannehill is 9 yards away from him. It's the easiest throw and easiest catches of their lives. And they did this over and over and over again. And look, if you play your defense up and try to take away the short stuff, maybe they beat you deep. Oh no, that would just be the worst thing in the world, wouldn't it? Like, look at this play. There's 2 minutes and 39 seconds left, and they get a check down for the first down. What if instead you took away the check down and they hit Julio for a 50-yard touchdown? Okay, game tied, but you've got 2 timeouts, and now you have more than 2 minutes to go down and win the game. How is that a negative outcome? If you're going to give up the touchdown anyway, because this defense is effectively giving Tennessee a touchdown. I'm sorry, there's no other way to put it. We're basically saying, Tennessee, as long as you don't do something really stupid, we are giving you a free touchdown. Then why not at least make them score it earlier so you have enough clock to answer back? And I'm sorry, excuse my language, but this is the stuff that drives me insane about Pete Carroll. This is common sense. This isn't even football advanced strategy. This is just common sense. Why would you give the Titans all the control? Because the way we did things, not only did we give the Titans a free touchdown, we gave them a free opportunity to have complete control of the clock so that they could dictate it so that they did not score until there was very little time left in that game. Like, if you just look at this play chart, it's just complete mastery on the part of the Titans offense controlling this clock. They have 3 minutes left. They run a play, and they don't call timeout. They let time drain off because they know time is not a factor yet. They let more time drain off after that play. They let more time drain off after that play. The clock is moving after every snap, and the Titans are happy about this because they know they're getting a free touchdown if they don't mess up. And they know that if they leave us with more than a minute or maybe even 50 seconds, bad things can happen. But no, we don't even force them to do that. We let them run the ball. We let them check it down over and over and over again, and we end up getting the ball back with less than 30 seconds left. Now, some people can argue we should have used our timeouts. Maybe. But what bothers me even more than that is the fact that we completely gave control of this game to the Titans. And not only do I realize that that's a bad idea, 10-year-olds who play Madden know that's a bad idea because they get in these game situations all the time when they play Madden, so they know what to do when those situations come up. So how is it that I know? How is it that 10-year-olds who play Madden know, but Pete Carroll and Ken Norton don't know? And there's no excuse for this. This is common sense. You are giving the Titans complete control of the end of the game here. If you play your defense aggressively to take away the check down and they score a 50-yard or even a 40-yard touchdown, like let's say this play right here from the 38 turns into a 38-yard touchdown for the Titans with 2 minutes left. Boo-hoo, you gave up the touchdown to tie the game, but you know what? You're going to get the ball back with just under 2 minutes left. You can drive down and win the game. You don't even get to overtime because you've got a great kicker. And I know Wilson didn't play great in this game, but we know that he can come up with that last-minute drive. We know. He's done it many, many times before. So that drives me crazy. This is common sense, and I don't know what's going through Carroll's and Norton's minds right now when they decide the best strategy is to let the Titans completely dictate the clock. Because the clock ran after every single play on this 10-play run, except for the 2-minute warning and the Titans' 2 timeouts. So they completely controlled every aspect of the clock here. Inexcusable. This is why we say that Carroll is washed up, because he doesn't see this stuff. And it might have cost us a game. It wasn't the only thing that cost us this game, but it was one of the things. All right, I'm out of here. I'm pissed off just looking at this stuff. I think you guys are too. Let me know what you guys think. Peace out. Go Hawks. Be better situationally. This is a big moment in the game, and you completely butchered it. Period.